The best of the Dean Blundell Show is a misnomer. It infers that there is quality involved in the Dean Blundell Show. What this actually is the least worst of the Dean Blundell Show. The most tolerable. This is the best of the Dean Blundell Show. On the Edge.
Got an email from a guy named Justin. He says, my wife and I took a break for about 6 months and now got back together, which is great because we have 2 kids. But during that 6-month time frame, I was bleeping everything in sight. Now it's hard sometimes to bleep a bleep with my wife. Now, she's hot, but what do you think I should try to do to fix this? Get her to get a haircut.
What would that do?
It just looks like a different person.
I see, yeah.
So, pretty her up a bit. Get her a push-up bra or something. Make her dress a little slutty. See if she wants to dress a little slutty.
It sounds like he doesn't want to be with her.
Well, it sounds like he's gotten a chance to get out for 6 months and go and tap it.
Why would he go back in?
Well, this is the thing. When you're out, stay out. What are you doing?
Stay out for 6 months. I mean, unless there's something else going on there that, I don't know, like they both have Hep C or something. Like
They gave each other herpes when they were 19 and they don't have any choices. Yeah, it's a good one. If you don't have Hep C, stay out of it. You don't need any of that.
That is odd. You don't hear that about that a lot. Where
some people take a break and
for like
back.
6 full months where he's like going to town on everything.
You couldn't. You know what? After I remember thinking specifically after like 2 or 3 months, thinking I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. B, it's like when you're a POW getting released from POW camp.
Yeah.
You get the shakes at night and you start thinking about all that stuff that you had to go through to get to the point. How horrible was it? There's just the nightmares and the resistance you had to the entire institution in general. Not necessarily to a different person. I'm not speaking from experience.
No, I didn't think you were. But you were. You're totally like a POW.
Totally a prisoner of war. Yeah. I would have rather been in Nam.
I know. In a cage underwater for most of the time.
Yeah, so I don't know what this idiot's doing.
Yeah.
If you're out, stay out. You're out.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we got back together. Oh, you stupid idiot.
6 months.
Freedom. Do whatever you want.
He did.
Whatever he wanted, he did it. Problem is he spelled 2 kids. He says he's got 2 kids.
Wow.
T-O. So maybe he's already gotten as far as he can go with,
2 kids.
Got 2 kids. Hey, Dean.
You'd rather be a prisoner of war.
I would. I'd rather be in Vietnam than be back there. I would rather be in a Vietnam POW camp to this day.
Being tortured
from like
still.
71 till now.
Yeah.
I would have been minus 2 years old. But 71 till now, I would have preferred to be in a Vietnamese prisoner camp.
In a tin shed.
It's like a 6-month haul. Yeah, under in a pit.
Yeah, or
a pit where they make those bamboo cages and then they whiz on you and stuff when they walk by.
Yeah.
They throw fish guts at you.
They hate you. They hate you.
Call you stupid American.
And you're like, it's okay, man. I'm not married to her. I'm fine. Bring it.
No, it's good. I was married, so this is totally cool.
Yeah. What torture? Put me down here with my ex. That's torture.
Yeah. That's what he said. I would.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have Hep C, by the way. He just emailed me.
Oh, he did? Okay,
no, he
good,
doesn't
man.
have Hep C.
Well, why'd he go back then?
Because he's dumb.
Okay.
Same reason why he spelled 2 kids, T-W-O-T-O.
Well, he's listening now.
Got one for you guys. Yeah, he's good. A few years back, and a buddy of mine hit up the bar scene. We ended up picking up a 29-year-old smoking chick. I was myself 22. Anyways, after the bar, we went back to her place, and she wanted troika. So back to the gay sex thing. I was on the bottom, and he's riding and holding my hands down. And my buddy, I get it.
They're doing
both so of them? he's holding the guy's holding the other guy's hands down, and the girl was doing her thing. And then the thing fell out, and the buddy grabbed it and put it back in for him.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's too much. That's Rob. If I were you, I would not tell the Troika story ever.
He put it back in for him?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good friend. You always say lend a helping hand.
That's not a good friend. That's a bad friend. That's a friend that's gay that doesn't know it. He's grabbing your stuff and he's putting it back in. That's not helping. Oh, here, let me grab this thing and put it. It's not like a set of keys you dropped.
I know, but it's
your penis.
It is. He helped him move. Did he have to buy him a pizza?
And a few beers.
Yeah.
The Dean Blundell Show. The best of the Dean Blundell Show on the Edge.
Hi, the Edge.
Hey, how's it going? I'm the photographer who photographed some unusual things. I was talking to you about the feet.
What's the weirdest thing you photographed, and try not to be dirty?
Well, a wet room was one of the weird things.
What's a wet room?
Where they actually...
Hold it.
Yeah.
So the wet room is where they go in to do number ones with each other, and it's a fetish.
Yes.
And is it like, what's the room look like?
It was actually a dungeon.
But what does the room look like?
It's a dungeon.
Did you have to wear... Okay, I get it.
It's a house that's been converted. They spent $1 million or
so
$2
they actually looks like a dungeon.
But is there a drain?
Absolutely, yeah. It's almost like almost like a kiddie pool. Like it's just a shallow part of like a concrete 1 foot.
I would never think to ask that question, but it's such a great question.
Well, it's got to be a pee trap down there, right?
Oh, it's like an old laundry room. You know the old laundry rooms in the basements? Yeah.
My grandpa used to piss in his all the time.
It was easier to get upstairs.
Yeah,
right?
we didn't have a thing going for grandma, though, so it didn't matter. Yeah, it had nothing to do with it.
It even had a mesh hammock over it, so you could sit in it if you wanted to, and they could do their thing. It was kind of weird.
That is bizarre.
Yeah.
All guys, girls, what?
Mix, guys and girls, but mostly guys on girls.
What else?
I had a foot fetish request one time, and it was probably the most disturbing. And the weird thing it actually was is that this girl was a really cute girl, but she made her feet disgusting. I mean, she had these jelly, almost stripper shoes, and there was, if they're called ropes or the laces, I guess, that actually do it up. She wanted a picture of them so tight that it actually was like cutting off the circulation to her foot and causing the veins in her foot to kind of burst. And then we took a series of photos undoing the laces. And
does this give people boners?
It was ridiculous. Yeah. I couldn't even photograph it. And I've shot some unusual things. I'm like, this is disturbing. And her feet were sweaty in these jelly shoes. And she's like, no, get right in there. She was putting her toes over the edge of the shoes and just making them gnarly. And she says they love it. I mean, we did all kinds of...
Why don't you just go take pictures of like mountains and stuff?
Yeah. Well, you get some pretty good money. Not many people actually photograph that kind of stuff.
What do you say when you head down to Blacks to get your negatives?
I do it all myself.
Thank God, huh? Unbelievable. I can't believe you choose to do that for a living.
You do old people, anything with old people?
Yeah,
really
good
old
one.
People?
Good question.
Not too old, but I mean, maybe in your 50s and 60s. I know you say it's not too old, but some of these people, because it is an alternative lifestyle, they do try and maintain themselves and keep themselves pretty clean, so you can definitely tell they're old and a little bit saggy, but they generally are up there. And luckily, and maybe I'm bragging, but I deal with maybe a higher end class because they do charge a decent $1 to do it.
Have you ever photographed anyone that you didn't that you kind of recognize or knew, like you obviously can't say
you show up and you see your
hand. Actually, completely weird. My parents are police officers, and I knew a lot of their friends growing up. And one time I came across and I meet this woman who is clearly a police officer friend of my mother's. And she's done up with the choker chain, the leather, the lace, and all the weird little bits and being led around by her husband, and comes around and we made eye contact when she first realized it was actually me. And it was pretty uncomfortable, really for her at first. And then I'm like, wow, okay. And we just talked it through, and basically she was fine with it. I said, hey, I'm not going to say anything if you don't say anything. My parents don't know I actually shoot this.
Don't tell my mom.
Yeah, she was kind of like that. She's like, don't tell your mom. But, yeah, an upstanding, and I mean, professional person. She's a police officer and a really cute lady, but just is into some alternative.
Hearing you talk, your profession's fascinating, but hearing you talk about the people that do this kind of stuff, I hate being told what to do so much that I completely go the other way. When someone says, okay, go do this or go, I hate it. So I don't know who's interested, and to each their own. I've got no problem with other people doing this, but for someone to be dragging you around by a dog collar in a basement somewhere and you taking pictures of it, to document the humiliation, could you imagine a fate worse? I would rather die.
Or imagine getting
just because it's someone telling me what to do, not because of what I'd be wearing.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people are, I guess, turned on by the fact that they're told what to do in those situations because they can't handle it anywhere else. But imagine one day you get Alzheimer's and someone's like, "Oh, you remember these photos?"
Oh crap! I did that in a hammock.
In a parallel universe, it would be the worst of the Dean Blundell Show. But fortunately, we're on this side, where it's the best of the Dean Blundell Show. The best of the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge.
This is your Edge Files. Edgefiles with Dean Blundell on the Edge.
Crazy story out of Palestine. 21-year-old Palestinian woman told authorities she was locked in a crapper for the past decade by her dad, who let her out only in the dead of night so she could clean this house. Oh, man. That is nuts.
That's so brutal.
Come out, you can clean the house. Let's go. People are monsters, Bara Mellam said. Her father would tell her, according to a social worker dealing with the case, Palestinian police. You have all these places that human rights violations are coming to light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they said they freed the woman from the small bathroom, which was 4x3.
All right.
It's like, dude, is that even the size of an airplane bathroom?
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's a little bigger.
For 10 years.
Yeah, that's a lot.
10 years she was locked in the bathroom. She was found after an anonymous tip. Her dad, who holds Israeli citizenship, was arrested and handed over to Israeli authorities. He's due to appear in court Wednesday. Apparently, she told police that when she was 11, her dad put her in the toilet, and did not allow her to go to school or see her mom, with whom he had divorced.
Right in the toilet?
Yeah.
It wasn't good enough just in the washroom?
No, apparently not.
What a dick.
I thought he was a jerk just locking her in the can, but he put her on the toilet. There's no room there.
And you know it wasn't an elongated bowl because it's such a small washroom.
Yeah, it's worse. The story just gets worse and worse.
Well, and you know she wasn't laying down to have a bath because it's too small for a long bath, right? So she's standing up the whole time.
Oh, horrible.
My feet are killing me, she said at the end. I was going, my feet are killing me. A man suspected of murdering and eating a homeless dude in Connecticut was taken into custody at a friend's home in Florida. 35-year-old Tyree Smith murdered Angel Tun Gonzalez with a hatchet, later eating his eye and part of his brain.
Wow.
That's a good one, eh?
That wouldn't have been my first choice.
No, I
would have gone.
I know where you would have gone.
Where?
No, the girl.
Dong.
No, I wouldn't have
gone dong. You'd have gone dong and nuts.
First?
Yeah, you'd go dong first for sure, dude. You totally would.
You're putting words in my mouth.
No, you would. You'd go dong first, especially if he was circumcised.
I go butt too.
You'd eat the ass
go
first?
Yeah,
What part of a dude would you...
It's a rump roast.
It's like a roast, yeah.
Really? You want to eat Tyree Smith's ass? You go
More
right
than
ahead.
his dong.
Hey, speaking of which, he's going to have a lot. Someone will do that to him in prison for sure because he's in trouble. According to the affidavit, he was camping on the porch of his home.
That's not a far away. You don't go far to camp then, do you? Go on a road trip.
Yeah.
Open the door.
When this homeless guy woke him up and invited him into the apartment where he was staying, once inside, Smith began beating the man with a head in the face with a hatchet. After beating him unrecognizably, he plucked out an eye and scooped up a piece of his brain. That's when he put him in a plastic bag and later consumed them during that evening at a visit to his cousin's gravesite. And in case you're wondering what his eyeball tastes like, the dude said it tastes like oysters.
Oh.
Squishy.
I hate oysters.
Oysters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His decomposed body was found a couple weeks later. He claims that he had seen the eyeless body. This is the guy that ate the guy. He said, "Yeah, I saw that body there, so I just took the eye out and ate it. And I didn't do anything." Then he was like, "Yeah, okay, I cut him up too and ate him."
Yeah,
I would not, like you said though. No, I'd start with a thigh maybe.
Yeah, where the meat is at.
Or like a chest, because would it be the best one? Like because you ever see Alive? Like they were just eating hunks of leg. They wouldn't eat any parts of the torso. Maybe the arms if they were big enough and had enough muscle. But that's what we're eating, meat, right? It's muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy thought that eating the brain would make him smarter and eating the eye would make him see better.
I know what I'd do because he said he was homeless, right? I don't want to be presumptuous, but I'd go liver. Get a little buzz going too.
It's already cooked.
No, you guys got it wrong. Go liver first. Those are your Edgefiles, whatever the hell day it is in July, the year 2012.
The Edgefiles on 102.1 The Edge.
This is the best of the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge.
Time for what happened? It's where you confess to doing something no one knows about. The best confession wins.
Hey, The Edge.
Hey, Dean, how's it going, dude?
What's up, bro?
My 7-year-old daughter learned to kick my ass at FIFA soccer this week, and I don't know what the hell happened to me.
In what?
She kicked my ass at FIFA soccer on the PlayStation 3.
FIFA
She's actually
soccer.
beating me
Oh,
now.
how old is she?
She's 7.
Okay, I lost Skylanders to my kid the other day, too. He's 6. It sucks. It sucks when your kids are better than you at video games. Because you don't want to play them anymore because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
There's the truth.
I lost Call of Duty to my grandma.
Different kind of duty, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Call of Duty. Hi, the Edge.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
It's Anastasia.
What a cool name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, how X-rated can I get?
Just no F-bombs. Don't be too graphic. Other than that,
Okay.
you're fine. We'll just take out what we can't play.
Well, I just threw my boyfriend a big birthday party because I'm trying to show off to his friends and prove to his friends like how cool I am. So
Sweet move. That's a sweet move.
got him this hotel, and then we got really drunk. And both of us woke up and we turned to each other and we're like, why does my hurt? And then we're like, what happened?
Oh, your butt hurt. Why did your butt
So
hurt?
to this day, we still don't know if that happened or if that was a dream.
Well, if it hurts, it happened.
Yeah. Dreams don't leave bruises.
Dreams don't tear.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But he doesn't even remember.
No, none of us remember. So that's, I don't know. That's kind of a what happened moment because we still don't know what happened.
Well, I'd say you...
His butt still hurts to this day.
Yeah, I'd say you probably maybe just got a high, hard one up the old... You know what?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
rowdy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Dude, I would know if someone did that to me for sure. Hi, the Edge.
Or just deny.
Or I wouldn't
Yeah.
actually. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I wouldn't want to don't know if someone did that to me. So that'd be fine. I don't know. Did it happen? I don't want to know. Hi, the Edge.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Who's this?
I said Brian on Friday, but it's actually Karen.
Hey,
called
Karen.
Friday. I'm the daycare teacher that called in.
And what is your story about daycare? I forget.
Well, the story's not about daycare. It's about me personally when I was a teenager. Long story short, I was dating a guy. He was actually had a girlfriend already, so he was cheating with me. And my stepdad's a truck driver, gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. This guy took me on a date, got home, and didn't realize my stepdad was awake. And we were going at it in the van, pretty heavy, pretty naked.
Classy.
Pretty naked.
Pretty naked, eh?
We were pretty naked.
And all I hear is this bang, bang, bang on the window. Look, my stepfather's there, eyes as big as saucers, grabs both of us out of the van, go upstairs. He has to call his family, tell them where he is, what he's doing. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, gets him out of bed, and that's my story.
Your stepfather really took his job seriously.
Yeah, exactly. And I love you guys. I just want to tell you, I listen to you every morning. I drive in from Innisfil to Richmond Hill, and I absolutely love your show. Love
From
you
Innisfil,
guys.
eh? Probably not the last time you did it in a van.
They call those motels up there.
Well, that's for me to know and you to find out.
All right, hang on a second, all right?
Thanks.
Hang on. That's a nice lady.
Yeah,
Hi, the
yeah.
Edge.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, what's up?
Oh, not too much. Yourself?
Nothing, we're just working.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
Innisfil, actually.
Oh,
row.
have you ever had sex with a crazy lady in the back of a car?
Maybe once.
Hey, what happened?
Well, what happened was I was about 8 years old, and me and my brother were having a sword fight in the backyard with a couple of tent poles. And he lunged out and actually tore my right eyelid right off. I ended up in the hospital for a couple of days. I don't remember exactly how it all went, but I had a suction cup on my eye, and they actually removed a small section of my foreskin and sewed it onto my eyelid.
What's up, dick face?
Oh my goodness!
You win, dick face.
Gives a whole new meaning to it. He's winking at you. We've been saying that for years. He's winking at you.
What's up, dick face?
Your face stinks.
Like schmegma.
I got a mean case of stink eye.
Stink eye. That's crazy. Does it blink normally? Like you got no problem?
It blinks. I just have no eyelashes. One big curly one right in the middle.
This is the best of the Dean Blundell Show on the Edge.
Was that movie really out of focus? Did that actor really not have a face? No!
It's the Blind Movie Reviewer.
So you went and saw a movie about a really hot redhead.
Yeah, hot ginger. Brave. And before I continue, I must introduce my 4-year-old son, Ian. He's here to help review that. Hi, Ian.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, good to have you aboard. Now, what is the movie we're reviewing right now, Ian? What's the movie?
We're reviewing the movie Brave.
Okay, and we went to that one together a little while ago, and did you like it?
It was all right. I like Pixar films.
Yeah. Now this movie is kind of interesting because the heroine is the main character is a female and she's a very strong character and all that kind of stuff. And she is very brave. And in fact, she rescues in a fairy tale kind of situation in Scotland. She rescues everybody, and it all works out pretty well.
Yeah, the girl in that film, she was pretty brave, but not as brave as me. I did something very brave.
What did you do?
3 words. Stand up comedy.
Stand-up
comedy.
Stand-up comedy.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's where you were last Sunday. You were at that comedy bar thing up on Bloor Street. Now tell me, how did you do?
I killed it.
Oh, really?
Want to hear it?
Yeah. Dean and Todd, do you guys want to hear this?
Oh, huge, yeah.
Stand-up comedy. It's pretty brave for a 4-year-old to do stand-up comedy, I would say. All right. I'll play you. There's some segments here. I'll play the first one. You might like this one.
Good evening, folks. My name is Ian. I'm 4 years old, and I'm a comedian. Parents, listen up. You are turning us kids into p***ies. First of all, what exactly is a play date? Have fun at your play date. It's not a date. We're not getting married. Even worse, my friend Simon's folks won't let him go on any play date without a helmet. It's not right. Stop this now. Or we kids will do the same things to you when you get old. No, Mom, you're not going into a nursing home. It's a play date. You know? Don't forget your helmet.
So there's that was his opening joke. That was good. That was pretty good, eh?
Good job.
Yeah, brave. Good job, Ian. Now this one, you think he's sort of staying with the 4-year-old stuff, and he gets a little dark here. I'm quite surprised. Check this one out here.
Any fans of Justin Bieber here? Shame on you. I'm not a big fan of the Biebs. So according to the papers, Justin Bieber could still face prison time for allegedly assaulting a photographer. Can you imagine Bieber in prison? I would have to think. Anytime the words Justin and Bieber are spoken in prison, they'll come after the words I was or we were Justin Bieber. Is this thing on? Why did you stop?
Oh, yeah. Listen, guys, I was going to just play it through to the next joke, but I had to stop it, and I apologize to Ian. But listen, yeah. I'm just going to give you the punchline to this. I'm a little bit disappointed with you, Ian, on this one, but check this one out here.
My, have the tables turned.
Now, Ian, you can't steal.
No, that was mine.
No, that wasn't yours, Ian. That was
they
not.
Stole it from me.
No, they did not steal it from you. Listen, okay, so big finish here. This one, quite a big finish. I was very surprised about this one too. I almost jumped up on the stage, but it was kind of funny. So here's the last clip of the stage.
How many women here have longer than usual? Just one. Thank you for your honesty, ma'am. You're a pretty enthusiastic clapper. And I know you're telling the truth because you didn't use your hands. Yeah! I'm holding 2 beers and I'm clapping.
That was pretty blue there, eh? I was...
Wow. We had to take some of it out. It was so blue.
I'll post the whole thing later on.
Your kid's awesome.
Oh, man. We have to censor a 4-year-old. That's a dirty kid. I like it.
All right, so let's give Ian. I know, I'm awesome. So, Ian, let's give me your what you thought about the movie Brave.
I give Brave 3.5 glories out of 5. Although I'm still way more brave. And that's the way I see it.
It's the Blind Movie Reviewer! Check this out. The guys are on vacation, but you're still hearing them. Trippy, huh? I'll bet they'd be pissed if they knew. This is the best of the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge.
Time for some awkward questions. Steve's on the phone. Hi, Steve.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Steve.
All right.
What's happening?
For you. Me and my ex broke up last summer, and I kind of took the year off. Kind of the love of my life, long-term relationship, longest relationship, and it's kind of sad. It was only 6 months. And question is, I don't really feel like going out to look for a piece. You know what I'm saying? Is it wrong to get a hooker?
Don't.
It's not.
Nope. No, in your case, it's not. No, not. If you just want to get your rocks off, go ahead and go call a lady, or just have an agreement with someone. Go on Kijiji, look for somebody that just wants to do the same thing. Don't pay for it. There's lots of people out there that feel the same way you do. They get it for free. I have a question though. It was 6 months, you said, and it was the love of your life in a long-term relationship.
Right.
That's first, not a long time. Second of all, what happened? Did she break up with you?
Yeah.
Did she break up with you? Yeah.
Yeah. Broke up with me.
Why? What's typical? You started being real nice.
Actually, you know what? The thing is that whole 6 months I was trying not to smoke weed anymore, which kind of made me more paranoid. And I don't know. I kind of messed it up, and I know I was at fault. Whatever.
You drove her away because you were worried. You're worried.
Did you get all geeky? You got all anxious and geeky?
Yeah.
You're like, where are you going? Who are you going with?
Oh no, not like that. I don't really care about that. But because I was sober the whole time, my mind creates the ability to think, and that kind of me up or screwed me up. Sorry, guys.
Hey, bro, I gotta ask you a couple things. One, I detect a slight accent, or no? Where are you from?
I'm from Detroit, and there is
I
no
was
good
gonna
thing
say,
about Detroit being you're right.
No,
and where do you live now?
I live in Oshawa.
Okay. I was just gonna warn you whether you're
hard to
Detroit,
imagine what's worse.
Detroit or Oshawa. But I was gonna say one of the things, if you're considering getting a hooker, make sure it's not from either of those places.
So I should be planning a road trip.
Yeah, dude. You know what? It's pretty subjective. If you don't worry about why you're not with her, you're not with her. Just enjoy your time and get yourself healthy, and that could be one of two things. You could just go on a massive poon killing spree where you just keep getting woman after woman after woman, whether you pay for it or not. The other thing is that maybe you do want to be with somebody. Maybe you're just super pissed off about the whole thing still, right?
And that's honestly the good advice right there, dude. You don't necessarily need to resort to the hooker. Like, I know you don't want to put in your time anymore because you're afraid of getting hurt again. But just
I'm
go
not
do
really
it, man.
afraid to get hurt. I'm just lazy. I don't want to.
Here.
I don't want to go to the bar and talk to some broad.
I think your only option is to go to Craigslist then, sir, because I know you can find some sweet honeys on Craigslist, and they advertise like right away too. Like they'll take a snapshot of their. Snapshot,
just to show it.
And the worst is, like, you'll see a guy, he's looking for companionship one night, and it'll say, hit me back if you want to hook up at the whatever hotel at 9:30, and you know what he leaves for people to have a look at?
What?
Is a picture of his wiener.
Have you done that? How do you know?
What? No. Anytime I'm on Craigslist and some guy's advertising for anything, and he'll go, "Hey, I got a Kawasaki whatever for sale."
I think it's garage.
Click on this picture to see it, and it's a guy's wiener.
Oh, that's a cheap move.
We should call it Dick List, because it's all it is guys posting pictures of their dicks. It's all it is. All it is. And girls showing like a picture of what they used to look like 10 years ago before their husband left them.
Oh, that's or if there's are they showing that what it used to look like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Before 5 kids.
Yeah. Hi, The Edge.
How you doing? How you doing?
Who's this?
Rob.
Hey, Rob. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Hey, I got one for you.
Yeah.
I was in Keswick. It was my buddy's 48th birthday, and he had a few drinks that night, and he deep-throated a 12-inch hot dog.
What?
Your buddy did?
Yeah. He lives in Keswick. I told him the Seaman Demon has competition.
Well, is he deep-throated the hot dog for fun?
Wow, I don't know. He said every man should do it once in a while.
What?
when you're putting a 12-inch hot dog down your throat, that is not once in a while.
Yeah, like 6 inches is once in a while. 12 inches is all the time.
You've done that.
The whole thing didn't go in, but I'd say 3/4 of it anyways.
It doesn't matter. The whole thing doesn't go in. Yeah. We only got about 9 inches down.
He held the bottom so gently, though.
Yeah, he really cups the wiener's balls well.
Lemons there.
It's a crazy
it was
story.
one of them. We're lucky we didn't cook it before we gave it to him.
Yeah. Whatever.
It would have plugged up a little bit.
Yeah, me neither. So let me ask you something, then, Rob. Are you still friends with this guy or no?
I haven't seen him since Friday.
Yeah.
The biggest and the best. This is the best of the Dean Blundell Show on The Edge.
This is your Edge. Hold it. Files with Dean Blundell on The Edge.
Hey, what's up? Time for your Edge Files. What's up? Lemon party got busted up in a park. What is a lemon party, you ask? It's a slang term derivative for group orgy with men over the age of 65. That's why they call it a lemon party. I don't know why. Maybe because if you don't pour some lemon on it while it's going on, you'll all get infected with something terrible. Maybe there's lemon to cover up the smell of the old guys having consensual relations.
It's not because they have the nards the size of lemons.
In Polk County, Georgia, they said 8 men were arrested in an undercover vice operation.
It's a lemon party.
That's a gay orgy. Sheriff's deputies said investigation took place at the Saddle Creek Park next to the Winter Haven Seniors Facility. After receiving complaints of lewd activity. It was like a club. They'd go there and have sex, gay sex. During the operation, male undercover detectives made contact with men in the park. This is great. 6 men, 6 within 10 minutes, asked the detectives to perform sexual acts on them. The report says 2 other men were arrested for trespassing because they were doing lewd acts to each other in the park in the bushes by the merry-go-round. Even though it was after hours, they said children could still be around to see 2 old guys giving each other. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yes, who is right? Sheriff said, quote, lewd behavior in our public parks is not tolerated, and this was just plain gross. Arrested were a guy named Mark Skinner, who was born in 1956. Listen to this. This is he's the pastor of a church, and he's married. He was also the former volunteer on the Sheriff's Advisory Council. Oh, this is a good one. Jerry Cox.
No.
Who was born in 1940. That was I put him at 62.
Short for geriatric.
72. He's 72.
72, eh?
Yeah. That's a name, man.
Jerry Cox.
Cox asked the detective to participate in a with him. He was arrested and charged. He's also retired and married with 6 grandchildren.
Huh.
John Clark, who was born in 1948.
Okay.
Yeah. He was committing a lewd act with another man by the outhouse.
Really? So we know what he did.
This is just crazy. It was like a bonanza of old people gay sex.
Flash
It's like everywhere you looked, these guys. Everywhere you went. Imagine being on cop duty that night. Barnes, Johnson. Lemon party, gay sex at the park. Go.
Break. No, I don't want to break that up.
Put me on bathroom duty, not the old guy.
I need backup.
My favorite is this one guy who's his name's Dan Ortiz. He's only 45. He told detectives he's a franchise consultant for Denny's, and he's married with 3 kids. Not anymore.
45. That's a young buck, man.
I know. It's going for the Grand Slam.
Dude, he was the front of the train for sure.
Yeah.
Or the back.
He can push harder.
He's the only one not on Viagra.
He's all natural.
Come here, rookie.
Green as the grass.
Those are your Edgefiles, whatever the hell day it is in July, the year 2012.
The Edgefiles on 102.1. The Edge.
The best of the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1. The Edge.
In the history of us being here, this is the nicest, coolest group of guys we've ever met.
Blue Jays, yeah,
big time. Just an awesome group of guys. And they were kind enough to let you down there. And today, the left fielder for your Toronto, just a tank, Eric Thames.
Yeah, Eric Thames. I mean, there's not much to say. I didn't really know much of him, other than the fact that everyone always says he's a good, cordial guy, and I think this sort of proves it.
The Dean Blundell Show presents get to know your Blue Jays with Todd on the streets.
All right, hanging out with Eric Thames, Todd from the 102.1 The Edge. I think you know we're buddies with JP. We got Ricky on once in a while. We'd love to get you in studio at some point, but here on the field before a big game against Tampa, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I mean, it's a beautiful day out here. The roof's open. You know, you can't complain. Another healthy day of baseball.
Yeah, you must love. Do you guys prefer it with the roof open, or do you kind of like it when it's closed because there's no wind factor?
No, when it's closed, it gets muggy in here. There's not much air, but you know, when it's open, it feels like a normal baseball field any other day, especially when the weather's nice like this. I mean, you can't complain.
Nice. Now, I said win, and it made me think of something, and I apologize if this sounds rude, but you ever drop a bomb in front of one of the catchers when you're up at the plate?
You know, no, I never have, because mine are always loud, so then everybody would hear it. It's not.
You would know the would be pissed at that point. Yeah. He knows it's coming from you.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you like the fastest guy in the world? Like, hell yeah, you're a pretty fast guy, huh?
Now I'm pretty average. I mean, before all my leg injuries, I can move a little bit, but now, you know, average.
Average. But you're jacked still. You're hitting the gym more than most of the guys. I think. Well, you and Brett, but other than that, I think they could learn a thing from you.
Yeah, trying. I mean, you know, chicks dig muscle, you know. So
no, they do. And speaking of which, are you a single guy in the city?
Right now, I am single. right now.
Yeah, so we gotta hit the town, man.
Oh, man.
We gotta get out. We'll get JP's dog. That's the chick magnet right there.
Yeah, I guess, you know. So I'm just playing it by ear.
But you're enjoying the city, though. What are you here now?
My second year.
Second year, yeah.
And you know, I really haven't gone out too much. You know, haven't really explored. But you know, when the weather starts to get really nice, like it is now, because before it's a little chilly. But now I'm gonna start, you know, going to the pools a little bit and start walking around. So
I'm sure the ladies look forward to that. Professional league ball player, keeping in shape. How old are you, man? It's like a lava life for you right now.
I know. Was the eHarmony or it's a Match.com?
Plenty of fish. I'm helping you out, bro. I'm helping you out.
I'm 25.
You don't need any help, do you? No.
I need all the help I can get. Trust me. No.
I'm sure you do. Are you excited for playing the Mets?
Yeah, I mean, of course. You know, I was hoping we'd be going out there. Just, you know, it's a stadium I've never seen before, and be over there in Queens. But yeah, it's exciting. It's a team I've never played before. Hopefully, I got to check the roster, see if Adam Lowen's up, because he's one of my buddies.
Okay.
Nice to see him again. But yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be fun.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Greasy.
Greasy poo.
I'm 3 years old.
All right, it's a good one. Okay,
do you want to attempt one?
I don't have any knock knocks.
You have a good joke?
No. Okay, I got one. Why is there no gambling in Africa?
Why is there no gambling in Africa?
Because there are too many cheetahs.
Cheat all the time. That's beauty. Well, listen, man. And do you do any impressions? Any celebrity impressions? Can you do a Christopher Walken?
You know, I was working on Robert De Niro with the eyes, and I was like, But it's so bad.
It's more the look. No, you kind of got
the
it.
Look, the voice. I can't do the voice yet, but
a little bit.
Hey, okay, I'll tell you something, Fokker. Like you're the circle of trust. See, I can't.
Pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Listen, you're a beauty. It's great to be. What a great personality. I mean, the entire Jays team, young, and they're always out there and dynamic, and it's great for the city. Obviously pumped, and we wish you the best of luck this year. Hopefully, it's your guys' year.
All right, yeah, thanks. We appreciate it, and it's gonna be a good year for us.
Good stuff. Except for Omar, you think he's a pretty old guy though, eh? I say young, and I just realized
you wouldn't know if you talked to him. He's probably younger than some of the bad boys.
It's a pleasure, seriously.
Right,
Thank you very much. Hope to get you soon.
You got to know a Blue Jay on the Dean Blundell Show. The Edge.
Oh, well. Looks like Dean left a note here. Play these best ofs while we're gone, you stupid I think we all get the point. This is the best of the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge.
Hi, The Edge.
Hello, Dean Blundell.
Yep.
How are you today, my friend?
Good. Who's this?
It's Santiago.
Santiago, how are you?
Oh, very good, man.
Good. What do you want to talk about?
I just wanted to see how you're doing. I'm trying to call to see you for a long time now. It's been a long time, my friend. I really miss to hear you, man.
What do you mean it's been a long time? Since you've listened to the radio?
No, my friend. I called you last October, I think it was.
Oh, on the radio, you mean?
Oh, you told us some good stuff.
The swamp donkeys and whatnot.
Oh, swamp donkeys, yeah. Did you meet any swamp donkeys?
Of course I have met. There's plenty of swamp donkeys to go to, my friend.
Where do you meet swamp donkeys? Santiago?
I like to. There's good places to meet them. Have you ever heard of this place? It's Fergus.
A place in Fergus?
Ontario. Yes, I've heard. It's the Goofy Noofy, they call it. It's a funny little bar. There's lots of ugly girls there.
Santiago.
You're amazing.
There's lots of ugly girls at the Goofy Noofy in Fergus?
Yes, man. There's one good thing about this place is like when you like sometimes you go for the good girls, sometimes you go for the not so good girls.
Swamp donkeys.
Yes, exactly. This is what I say.
What did you say?
I say the swamp donkeys.
Yeah.
Swamp donkeys. Well, the good thing about these girls is like you don't really have to do much. You stand at the bar, and they come to you, and like I'm freaking really good looking kind of thing. So, like when they come to me, I say, like I don't know, and I can make my choice, like because sometimes you have to go for the good girls. And when I do that, I really like to put how you say, the wheels on. But with some donkeys, it's great, like you freaking don't have to talk to them, but you still can get lucky at the end of the day.
You got to figure it out, Santiago. That is, Dean, I don't know if you know, that is swamp donkey science.
Yeah. He takes it from Swamp Donkey 101. Wow. So what you're saying, Santiago, is you're a very good-looking man, and you go into these bars with ugly chicks, and you can pick the hottest of all the babes, but they're still sort of swamp donkeys. And when you get a swamp donkey, you really don't have to do any work.
Exactly, yes. And freaking, I come here and like all these guys, they buy the girls drinks, but these swamp donkeys, they buy drinks for me, man.
Fish in a barrel.
Big fish.
As they should, those swamp donkeys. They should be buying you all kinds of drinks. That's it. Now, what's the oldest one you've hooked up? How old are you, by the way?
I am 27.
You're 27. What's the oldest one you've hooked up with in Fergus?
Well, I don't even ask these questions, but if I was to guess, I say, well, there's lots of the cougars in this place. I don't know, lots of older girls. I meet this one girl, and her nickname, she called herself Shine.
Shine? Shine?
Yeah. I think she's like a stripper or something like this, or maybe like a hooker. But yeah, she must have been in her 50s or something like this.
No! And she was a hooker?
And she still has.
No, I don't think so. But I mean, with a name like Shine, how can you you sound like a hooker?
Yeah, that's a good point. Tell me you're safe with all these swamp donkeys.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Good. And have you ever taken one home? Have you taken one home recently?
I think 3 weekends ago. It's sometimes hard to remember. I freaking
Like,
So many swamp donkeys, such little time.
Lots of weeks and whatnot like this.
Yeah.
The goofy noofy.
You ever introduce any to your family?
No, my mother, she would not be happy with this.
The best of the Dean Blundell Show is a misnomer. It infers that there is quality involved in the Dean Blundell Show. What this actually is the least worst of the Dean Blundell Show. The most tolerable. This is the best of the Dean Blundell Show on the Edge.
This is your Edge. Hold it. Files with Dean Blundell on the Edge.
Crazy story out of China. A newborn baby fighting for life today after being accidentally flushed down the toilet.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know. Maybe she confused it with a poop. I don't understand.
It comes out somewhere different.
Yeah. The bum. It took emergency workers 15 minutes to free the child whose mother gave birth on the toilet. The hole was big enough for the toilet child to slip through the water easily, ripping out the placenta and the, what do you call it, the umbilical cord. Went flying down there. That is some pressure. That's good. Must have been high up. I get no pressure in my toilet. You couldn't flush just like...
I know, that's a good toilet.
I know, that's
Who makes that toilet?
I don't know. I'd like to find out because that is a toilet. You could do...
Was it a preemie?
I don't know. I don't think so.
What was the weight of that thing? I've had a couple 5-pounders not going down.
Yeah, I've had to break some up.
Yeah.
Let's get them right down there. Oh, forget it. We're talking about human life.
But they saved it.
Yeah, crews broke through the sewage pipes in a frantic bid to pull the baby to safety. The youngster eventually recovered, rushed to the hospital in critical condition. However, the baby made a full recovery.
Nice.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Means you could save a poop.
Yeah. If indeed you have one you're so proud of and you happen to be in China and you wanted to take a picture of it, you can call emergency crews to rescue your poop so you can send your friends all those pictures. Hey, if they can save a baby, they can save a dump. And fire broke out down in the United States. A terrible fire. I don't know if you guys have you heard this story? Have you heard this story? Brutal fire. Almost killed one woman in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was another fire.
Yeah,
broke out.
Almost killed. Do you have the actual news story itself? Because I do.
Yeah, I do.
But I just have but folks, I want you to listen to this woman's harrowing escape from a building fire, burning building fire. This is terrible, Todd. This is.
One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
This is crazy.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
According to the apartment manager, the fire started in a woman's home who is wheelchair bound. She was treated for smoke inhalation at a local hospital.
Sure she was.
There were no other reports of injuries.
Zero.
The Red Cross is helping those families displaced by the fire.
Oh, that chick's so hot who does a news report.
Is she really hot?
Oh, my goodness.
Bronchitis in the wheelchair.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop.
And what happened?
Then I thought somebody was barbecuing.
That's a great dream. If it's a dream, you wake up for cold pop and you smell barbecue.
No way. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
Now we know who her roommate was. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Talking to someone.
Yeah.
Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me.
Why is that bad that the smoke got you?
I got bronchitis.
Oh, nobody got time for bronchitis.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing.
I think God put the fire there on purpose just so we could get this news report.
We need her on the news.
Jesus.
I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
Those are your Edgefiles, whatever the hell day it is in July, the year 2012.
The Edgefiles on 102.1. The Edge.
here comes the best part.
This is the best of the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge.
Craig Gass is our
I had dinner with Christopher Walken, and he hated me because I was doing a roast of
Richard Belzer.
Richard Belzer.
Yeah.
And Richard Belzer had me sit down at his table for dinner. And in the middle of dinner, Richard stands up and goes, "Chris, get over here. Chris, do you know Craig Gass? No, well, come here. Sit between me. Do you know Craig Gass? Here, sit between me and Craig." I look up, and it's Christopher Walken. He sits down, and he seems annoyed. And he starts cutting his steak. And
wouldn't that always be what Christopher Walken? I would imagine that's what he would look like all the time, just kind of pissed off or annoyed.
It seemed like the pissed off and annoyed was a reaction to Richard being in his face. Richard, Chris, listen, there's this comedian, Craig Gass. He's really funny, and you got to see him do an impression. And Chris is trying to not react to him, and he goes, "Chris, will you look at me? Look at me. Okay, so this is Craig Gass, and Craig does an impression. Okay, Craig, do your impression of him." I go, "I don't think he wants to hear an impression." He goes, "No, just do it. Chris, look at Craig. Okay, Craig, now do your impression." And I go, "All right, listen, I don't even know if this sounds like you or not, but what I try to do is I try to sound as weird as possible. And every once in a while, I say the word cowbell. Pow!" And Walken looked at me and just went, "Wow." And then he went back to cutting his steak. And then Belzer kept pushing and saying, he goes, "Hold on." He goes, "You got to hear this guy. This guy does an amazing Sam Kinison impression. Have you ever heard anybody do a Sam? Just, Chris, will you stop cutting your steak just for 1 second? Okay, Craig, do your Sam Kinison." I go, "Hey, I don't even know if you know this guy is. But this is a guy who was a comedian. He was alive in the 80s. And he did a lot of blow." While he's eating steak. Yeah, while he's eating steak. Yeah. And he looks at me and goes, "That's amazing." And then he goes back to the steak. And then Belzer, who clearly is not good at reading body language, keeps going. And he goes, "Okay, hold on." He goes, "One more." He goes, "You got to hear this guy do an Adam Sandler. You never heard anybody. Craig, do your Adam Sandler from?" And I go, "Listen, I know that you're trying to eat your steak, and I just want to leave you alone. Jibby-doo." And Walken cut me off in the middle of the impression and goes, "Listen, I get it. You're talented." And he went back to his steak. And I go, "I'm not trying to. He's pushing me on you. I'm not trying to bother you. Belzer is pushing me on you.
It's not your fault."
Yeah. So everyone who I do an impression of has tried to come out of the woodwork. There was one impression I did of Gene Simmons from Kiss where I just caused I didn't realize I was causing problems in the guy's life because I was being.
Gene Simmons loves to look for problems. He's the most adversarial guy in the world because he's always right. So I'm very excited to hear this story.
Well, here's what I would do. I would come on an audition to be Howard's sidekick, and I spent most of that year just sitting in the background and doing celebrity voices. I didn't want to come on as myself. I just figured that if I packed the show with enough celebrities, that people would start going, "Who the hell is that guy doing all those voices?" Yeah. So one of the impressions I did was of Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, which wasn't really that funny. I couldn't figure out a funny angle on it until I realized how great would it be if every time we had a musical guest in the studio, I could constantly interrupt him as Gene Simmons and start selling him crappy Kiss products. So I would just be addictive. Like we'd have like the biggest from Jay-Z to Paul McCartney in the middle of Paul McCartney's interview. "That sounds great, but I'm going to interrupt you right there. By the way, this is Gene Simmons from Kiss. And if you go to kissonline.com right now, you will see how the Beatles stole everything from Kiss."
That's him, too, because he actually believes it.
Yeah. And Paul McCartney's looking at me like, "Who the hell are you?" And I go, "I'll tell you who I am. How many members were in the Beatles?" 4, right. "How many members were in Kiss?" 4, thank you. Go to kissonline.com. And I was just a dick to people in the image of Gene Simmons. But what we didn't know is that Gene started getting hate mail from people.
How dare you?
And people would start yelling at him on the streets, and they would go, "Why are you such a dick to Paul McCartney?" Like in a Beverly Hills mall. And he'd go, "Did I say something to Paul McCartney? What? I don't know."
Did he say something to you?
Yeah. Well, there's a weird thing that happened. Somebody told him, they said, it's a comedian. There's a guy in New York. His name's Craig Gass, and he does an impression of you. Yeah. And he's a jerk to people. And,
which you are as well, Gene.
Yeah, nobody explained that part to him. But everyone thinks it's you. So Gene gets on a plane and flies to New York.
Get out of here.
He didn't tell us.
Totally adversarial. There you go.
He just shows up in New York, shows up in the studio. Our producer of the show is a guy named Gary Delabate. Gary comes running in and he goes,
"Hey guys, you're not going to believe this. Gene Simmons from Kiss just walked in the building and he wants to beat the hell out of Craig." And I was like,
"Dude, my money's on you. That guy is a pussy."
And I go, we're not going to let him in the building, are we? And he goes, "Well, all the security guys are big Kiss fans. Let him in without a pass." And I go, "You're kidding." And then so we go to commercial, we come back, and then they go, "All right, let him in." And Gene walks in the room. And when you walk in, there's 6 people in the room. So he's not sure which one of us is the jerk that's been causing all these problems. And everyone in the room goes, "Right over here."
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1, The Edge.